screen there. Ending soon. Okay. At 7 p.m. CST. Why isn't that? Oh, that needs to be moved up. That needs to be moved up. But it's still not there. Why is that invisible? Oh, because I didn't enable it. I didn't enable it. That's always a good thing to do. All right. We got a hard stop at 7 p.m. Hello, CM and Marion. How is it going? All right, let's put that right here. That looks good. All right, we're doing early tonight. Yeah, we're doing early tonight. So, Alexandria, Maria, Saba, Miriam, CM, hello, how's it going? I'll be right back. I forgot something. I forgot a water. Life is much better with the water. Wow, we have a lot of people. Mikiolis, hello. How's it going? Jezebel. I'm probably butchering your name. Tarot Girl Live, Marianne, Alexandria, Candy. Hello, how's it going? We are doing an early stream tonight, but we're doing a stream. We're getting the stream in. We're getting it in. Jezebel, hey, how are you doing? Any good news coming my way, Mr. Oracle? Mr. Oracle. Let's see. Hi there, Will Wayne. Ask me to marry him. Why an hour early? Do you have a hot date? No, I have work. Friday night is install night. Everybody likes to install on Friday night because if you have an issue, you have all weekend to fix it. But if you install it on, let's say, Tuesday night and you have an issue, you have to stay up all night long. So everybody likes to install on the Friday nights. LC wants to know, thank you, LC, for your donation. I appreciate it. Does he want to be with me? Is the world going to turn back? I did do a prediction for the pandemic. And I said, basically, it's going to get worse. And then it's just going to go poof and vanish. Queen Famous, hello. Yeah, basically said it's going to get worse. And we haven't seen the end of the worst. And then afterwards, it's going to vanish almost immediately in some respects. It's just going to go away. Either they find a cure or people just stop caring, or I don't know what happens, but something happens to where the whole problem just goes poof and just goes away. Anyway, that's my prediction. I'm not saying that's correct. I'm not saying that's correct. I'm just saying it's a prediction. Miriam, Tiger Dragon, just kidding. Julie, hello, Julie. By the way, Julie, no stream tomorrow morning. I got to work. Sunday morning, I think I have a stream, but no stream Saturday morning for sure is out. Sunday morning is in. Saturday night is in. Sunday night is in. Sunshine, hello. How is it going? Like a book of Genesis and Revelation. Could be. But anyway, but it gets worse, and then it just goes poof, away. That's my prediction. I think something's going to happen to make it worse, and then something's going to happen like a cure, basically, or people just stop caring or something. I have no idea. Mystic Cats, hello. Hey, how's it going? All right. So, Mirkiolis, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Arlene, hello. How is it going? So, Lauren C. wants to know, does he want to be with me? He does want to hold on to his resources, that's for sure. Okay, so it's a pretty much standard Anna K deck, by the way, in case you're wondering what this is. This is the Anna K Tarot. There you go. All right, but yeah, it's going to get worse. So hang on. I also predict a 20% staff cut across the board in almost every industry. Anyway, that was last Sunday night. Go watch last Sunday night. I did the whole prediction. I spent like 15 minutes on it. Maybe I'll make a separate video. He wants to keep his resources. I think that's one of the big things here. He wants to keep his resources. He's willing to go into an adventure with you. He's willing to do that, but he wants to be the star of the show. Shaker Maker, you're early. Shaker, we just got started. Literally just got started. Jezebel, or all week dying would be worse off and then poof. Nah. I mean, China has theirs under control, by the way. If you go look, they say they have theirs under control. And I think, conspiracy theory here, I think that they know how to resolve this. And I think that they may share that. Anyway, conspiracy theory. That's way off from Sunday night. Go to Sunday night and watch the video. So yeah, he wants to keep his resources, obviously. He's willing to do some negotiations. He's willing to do some things. He's willing to get sort of, with you and to go through that process and get to the 10 spot. But he has goals. He wants to go all the way if he's with someone else, but I think that's ending. Okay. He wants to go all the way with something or somebody. He wants to get the happy ever after. And that may not be possible. It may not be possible to get the happy ever after. He could have a situation where he just constantly gets into situations that don't work out and he gets frustrated. Things go wrong, things go poorly. You have drama associated with it, etc., etc. There are a bunch of factors happening here. One of the main ones is he wants to sort of keep his resources. He wants to have a level of control as well, right? So the 3 is sort of showing off, but starting work on it, but showing off. So he wants to have a measure of control to where he is in control of a lot of the situation. He doesn't like situations to where he's completely out of control. He is completely out of control. He doesn't like that situation at all. So he wants to be in command of it, wants to be in control. So he wants to be in the driver's seat for a relationship. So if that's not going to happen a lot of times he's going to get pushback from people. And when he gets that pushback, he's not happy. He gets frustrated. He gets mad because he wants to go the ultimate goal. And if there's some stumbling blocks, if there's some things that are getting in the way, then he may just dump and go. He may just dump and go, right? With the 5, may just dump and go and just leave. So he definitely wants that measure of control. If he doesn't get it, he may be prone to just bailing and leaving. But another key factor, again, is keeping his resources. So we have a bunch of different factors here. So, you have to sort of put up with this, right? I mean, this is not happily ever after, doesn't come all the time, nor is it realistic in some relationships. In some relationships, you just run into stumbling blocks that can't be moved past, and you have to deal with that. And if you can't, then you may not be suitable for that. So I think that's what part of what he's going through as far as that's concerned. Anyway, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. They cut all my shifts. Yeah. If you're in the restaurant industry, if you're in the travel industry, it's sort of drama filled at the moment for sure. Okay, got to go to bed. Good night, Julie. U.S. State of MN says they have no reagent for testing in the U.S. Well, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. How I'll go about my connection with Chris. We'll be able to get together soon. Let's find out about Chris. Let's check that out. Yeah, a lot of people are having some serious issues. Brianna, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your donation. Did you do a quick 6 months forecast? I did 6 months forecast 7 months ago and it was spot on. You mean I was right? That's not possible. Are you sure it was me? Are you sure it was me? Huda. Wow, Huda, are you the Huda from like 9 years ago that subscribed to the channel and used to want readings? Because I remember a Huda, and that's probably not the most popular name in the world. So I'm kind of curious if you're the Huda that subscribed to me like 9 years ago. I got a weird memory, by the way. I remember a lot of stuff. Sylvie girl, hello. What's coming towards me in love and the hobbies and physical appearance? Brianna wants a 6-month forecast. Well, let's find out about the 6-month forecast. Here we go. 6-month forecast. Yeah. By the way, tomorrow morning stream is out. I'm going to be up until midnight working tonight. And I've been awake since 4 a.m. So this is going to be a very entertaining evening. I can't wait. Okay. Let's do... Is Huda really a popular name? Oh, okay. Well, all right. I just remember a Huda. I distinctly remember a Huda because it was an uncommon name. Anyway, they used to ask a lot of questions. So that was back in the Huda Beauty Guys. Ah, okay. What is the origin of Huda? Because this Huda asked, I still have some readings for Huda on the channel. You're going to have to parse through like 500 other readings to find them, but they are there. They are there. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's give Brianna another accurate 6-month forecast. How many hours is that I work today? That's 4 a.m. to noon is 8. So and I'm going to be up till midnight. That's 12. Oh, I got a 20-hour day today. I worked 20 hours, guys, today. All right, that's a long day. You got to admit, that's a long day. So in case you're wondering, what's going on with the stream tomorrow? Well, tomorrow morning, I ain't going to be here. Never buy makeup. I never buy makeup at all either. All right. By the way, cards came in, but some of them are messed up, and some of the boxes are messed up. The book came in, and that's messed up too. So, the benefits of being OCD. Okay, you did a read for me once. Wow, was it 9 years ago? Was it like a long time ago? Mom Bear, hello. Hey, how's it going? This deck is indeed cute. Okay. Tower Cup. I think you're going to be switching jobs in 6 months. I believe that you're going to be switching jobs in 6 months. I think that you find a cute guy, and I'm back to the Virgo. I think that you end up with some Virgo. That's basically it. That's your 6-month forecast. So, yeah. Okay, the Tower. Right after the 8 of Wands, you're headed into a different job. I think you're going to switch jobs. Isn't that illegal? No, not in IT, it's not. So the 8 of Wands into the Tower, into the 3 of Cups. Okay, let's go with this. How do you read with this deck? Very carefully. I did 20 hours in 1 week. Must be nice. All right, so let's go through this in detail. You're starting on a recovery process from a variety of things, one of which is this garbage with the virus and whatnot. I don't think that you end up with anybody that you know ends up with the virus. I don't think that at all. I do think that you have some type of scare, though, where you're wondering what it is. You're wondering what happened because somebody gets sick. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. Somebody gets sick. And the first thing you're doing is thinking, oh my God. And then panic ensues. And I think that there's a slight scare amongst around the people that you know, around different people that you know. So now you're frightened. And I think that the 8 of Wands points to just Lauren C. Hello. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. So Divine Universe, hello, welcome. And let's see, anybody else join? No, it's not slow tonight. This is good. All right, 8 of Wands into the Tower. So we're looking at a bit of a scare. And I think the scare works out. It's not a big deal. It's not what you think. Entertainment purposes only. Always get it checked out if anybody's sick, obviously. But go see a doctor if you're sick. But I think that happens. And there's a bit of a scare, a bit of a thing that comes over. And it's just absolute panic ensues in a variety of different ways. So that's one thing, right? So the Ace of Wands, we need to get the Eight of Wands. We need to find out what's going on. We need to have a lot of movement. There's a lot of activity going on. Anyway, the Tower, I think that within 6 months, you end up moving jobs. I think that this recovers and everybody's trying to hire back all the people they got rid of. And I think that's good for you because you see a job opening in someplace else doing something similar, but it's more closely related to what you want to do. And you end up applying for it and getting it because they absolutely love you. You have some thing about you to where you interview, people just like you. So people just like you. You're good to be around. You're fun to be around. People like you. Same reason people gave you roses when you started your job here, right? It's not because they're super nice. It's because they just like you. So they just like you, and you have an easy way of interviewing, an easy way of connecting with people, and you're just good at connecting with people. You make people feel special. So that's what happens. So the Tower, you switch jobs, you get into some other job, some other thing happens. Anyway, so the Three of Cups, this is when you start meeting various people. And I think one of the people that you meet is going to be a Virgo. We're back to the Virgo. I won't give up on the Virgo, but we think that you meet somebody that's interesting. And I think it's through either the job or friends or something, the Three of Cups, that combo friend maybe right next to the Lovers, right next to the Tower. I think that you end up just being ready for relationships. So you hop into this relationship. The Eight of Swords, pretty much, I mean, the relationship doesn't work out long term, but it's a nice relationship. I think it's a relationship where you end up talking to the person later and you end up being their friend. And a lot of different things happen in the relationship that's interesting. The Eight of Swords sort of points to a bit of an isolationism. I think overall, after a period of time in the relationship, you just feel alone. They're busy. They got stuff to do. They got projects to do. They got things to do. And you just feel like you're by yourself a lot. So you just don't like that. And you're like, we're inching towards 2021. And I think 2021, you have your big opportunity sort of hitting pretty hard in there. So anyway, that's the 6-month forecast. Ta-da! 6-month forecast. There you go. HG wants to know about my uterus. Well, you never know what questions you're going to get on the Tarot Oracle stream. All right. We'll check it out. Not literally. We'll check it out in just a minute. Thank you for your donation, by the way. Okay. Will he try and get me back? All right. Will he try and get me back? Is it the love screen? Hey, we're a uterus-friendly stream. I mean, I'm just saying. The love screen. We're not doing the love screen for the uterus. We're doing the love screen for the will he try to get me back? All right. Yeah. All uterus questions need to go through a doctor first. All right. That needs to be directed towards a doctor. But, what's a... It should be where she left it. Okay. All right. It feels like a Friday night stream tonight. All right. I've been in the hospital 3 times. Oh, my. That's not good. Okay. I don't even know what deck to use for that. I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. In the meantime, we're going to see, will he try and get me back? Let's find out with the Thoth Tarot, by the way. Asha, hello. NRA, what is going on? Will he? I'm going to say no. Leave the love screen. I do not have a uterus screen. I do not have a uterus screen. I probably would get banned off YouTube if I made one. So, all right. Yes, I'm sorry too. I hope you feel better. That sounds terrible. So I'm going to say no, he won't try and get you back. And let me tell you why. Let's tell you why. First off, this is not the best card to have upside down in this particular question. This is not the best card to have right side up in this particular question. Okay, we have ruin. And then we have the good old Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat. Lord of Defeat. After ruin, with the day-to-day activities, with the Wheel of Fortune upside down, the day-to-day activities are not going to resume. The passion seems to be there. There seems to be a lot of disconnect as far as that's concerned. The emotional movement the person has, the passion that they have for getting into things and getting into the relationship and moving through, right? This is Mr. Romance here. This is Mr. Romance right here. He is Mr. Romance. He's hovering over the water. He is the love connection personified, and he is upside down. Afterwards, we have Ruin, which is the worst card, one of the worst cards in the deck. Okay. And then we have the Lord of Defeat. Now, everybody's going to say it's upside down, but followed by a lack of day-to-day activities, a lack of things going normal. Day-to-day activities do not resume, basically, is what this card is saying. And then we have the very fiery movement connection. She has her hand on the cheetah. It's a very action-oriented. It's a very fiery. It's a very sort of passionate card as well, being upside down. All of these are negative. So we have absolutely not a single positive card in here. So I'm just going to say no. He will not try to get me back. That is a lot of negative cards all in a row that point to a lack of passion, a lack of caring. I don't want to go back into the relationship, into day-to-day activities, and the situation is ruined, basically. So we have a lot of combination there, all of which are negative. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I wanted to give you a great good news and all of that stuff. Okay, HG wants to know about my post-surgery. Okay, want to know about my post-surgery. All right. Okay, now obviously, if you're watching this at home and you're not in on the conversation, this is a medical question, but she's already been to the doctor a lot of times. So she didn't come in here and just randomly ask me instead of going to the doctor. She's already been to the doctor. She's already been in surgery. She's been to multiple people. So entertainment purposes only anyway, obviously. So just in case people are wondering, it's a post-doctor visit, getting a little bit of extra info after surgery to find out what is going on and see how that moves along there. See how that moves along. All right. Okay, I'm going to keep the Seven of Cups as is. I think that's an important thing there. All right. So, we have to use, by the way, the Light Seers Tarot. We'll shine some light on the uterus, I guess, All right. Let's find out about this. Quiche, welcome. There is no list. Donation, take priority, and then I pick at random. And I got to stop in 41 minutes, but that's okay. All right. Oh, I'm not really sure how to translate this into uterus. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Okay, so it seems that the 9 of Cups, it seems that things were going well. It seems were things that were going well. But then there was some type of a complication, and the complication is one that is a mixture of good and bad. It's like the surgery went correctly, but it's like something in your body didn't respond well to what happened. Something in your body didn't respond well to what happened, and it's trying to figure out what to do with the new stuff or with the new routing or what have you that sort of went into this. So the Seven of Cups, all of the options, all of the things, the routing type of thing just didn't go well. So it was routed differently, and things are trying to move differently in different directions, and it's not going well. So it's like there's either some type of blockage or something's happening that is that your body isn't reacting well to it. But the actual surgery went well, it seems, right? The Nine of Cups, things went well, and things were going pretty good. Again, it's like something was routed. Your body's trying to change something. Your body's trying to reroute some things, and it's not having a good time with it. Part of this could also be just part of the healing, and part of the healing isn't going correctly. It's like some of the healing needs more time, or right? The Ten of Swords, the healing is sort of bunched up or getting blocked, or the healing is trying to take place and it doesn't have the resources that it needs, or the healing is trying to happen and it's just not happening correctly. And it just needs more time, or it needs, to try to figure out what's happening here. So again, it's trying to reroute something. Something's trying to go in a different place. During the process, after the process, the healing is getting blocked, and it needs more time. It needs more time to figure out what to do or figure out how to recover. And the recovery process is getting challenged, right, with the Ten of Swords. But right afterwards, we have the Ten of Cups. Lauren C., thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. So is this the same person? Try to get me back. Will we be together again? Is that the same person? Let me know. Let me know, Lauren. Thank you for your donation, by the way. So I think ultimately it works out. It just seems to need more time to recover, or needs more time to heal and figure out what happened and all this other stuff. Anyway, so that's what I got. It's usually like to be really specific, but I didn't get anything specific. I don't know. There's not a card for, some of that right now. Anyway. Yes, we are confined to our house. We are, and I have no food, so I ended up ordering food. So from some soup online. So hopefully that comes moderately soon, because rumor has it, over here at least, that we may be restricted to our houses. Be together again. So this is the same person that doesn't want you back? Okay, we'll try to figure that out. I think this may call for the This Might Hurt Tarot. This may call for the This Might Hurt Tarot. Let's find out. General message. All right. Can I ask a question? Happy Tears, please ask your question. It's the same question. Could be. Could be. All right, let's find out about this and see what happens. Yeah, we are in lockdown. I can still get groceries, but I have this fear that eventually we'll be told that you can't get groceries, or they will only allow 5 people into the grocery store. Or there's a lot of bad things that could happen, theoretically, with a isolation type policy. You could be in a situation where only 5 people can go in the grocery store, or only 10 people can go in the grocery store. So you could be standing in line for hours just trying to get your food. And if that's going to be the case, then I want some food here that I don't have to rely on the grocery store. Anyway, all right, a question about what kind of soup. It is a vegan chili that's in a little box. So it's like a cardboard box of soup. Check our uterus by your cards. No. Okay. The Hermit, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. We seem to be back to the same. All right. Well, we did get one positive card in here. So we're back there. Will we be together again? So let's see. We try to get me back. No, there's a lot of negative cards. The 10 of Pentacles, you have a lot of high hopes for this. You have a lot of expectations for this, and you have a lot of high hopes trying to get things back to normal. I think your version of normal is the relationship. I think that's your version of normal. I think you're sort of trying to get back to that. But the hermit is sort of your aloneness. And so your aloneness is sort of illuminating that and trying to restore that situation, trying to get a restoration over here, shining the light, paying more attention to this happy time, to where that you could be together, or you could be, a family, or you could be, a part of each other's life, and get back together and get back to a situation that you remember or you want to, or an ideal. He Kate's crossing, hello, and Liz, hello, how you doing? Your ideal situation, your ideal dream is to get back here, right? Eight of Swords says at some point, you're just going to, sort of relax and move on. You're going to sort of relax and move on and get into the Eight of Pentacles mode. Trying to get back into the relationship ends up with the Five of Wands, or trying to get into that ends up with a Five of Wands type feel, to where there's just conflict, or there's a lot of turmoil that comes about from this that could have been avoided type thing. So the Five of Wands says we have some turmoil involved with that when we try to get it back running, when we work on that, when we try to get things back into the state that we want, that we dream of, that we are looking at, that we're trying to get back to. It just doesn't sort of work out. And the Eight of Swords says it's just that feel of almost like, this is what I need in my life, and if I have this, I'm going to be significantly happier anyway. I'm going to be significantly happier if I do that, or if I get into that, etc. So, okay. Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands says that trying to get back into there, trying to dive back into that could be a conflict. If you want to wait for this person, it's up to you, but it just has, again, we're back to a lot of cards that just don't point to a happy relationship, or a beautiful relationship, or things pointing out. So it seems like there's a lot of blockages and a lot of things. But if you're willing to wait for the person, if you're willing to call them and try to restore it from that standpoint, let them know that it's really important to you, maybe that could bring about some change. But if you're just sort of waiting around, that could be a situation that's going to take a long time. So if you really want it to work, or if you really desire this, and is as important to you as the cards say, then you may just call the person and see if they're willing to, if they're willing to start something up again, type thing. So just give them a call and let them know that you're there or something, or, just ping them or let them know that you're still around and you're still interested or whatnot, and it could change their mind, or it could throw it into your favor. But if you're just sitting there and waiting, then you may be waiting for a while, basically, is what it says. All right. Reliable source, individuals, still talking about the virus. Virus taking up a lot of news time, that's sure. Sabrina, hey, how's it going? Happy tears. Let's see. I can't read anyone's comments as I can't listen to two voices because okay, you have a screen reader? Yeah. Just finished unboxing video of the Santa Muerta Oracle deck. Staying at my house for the past, social distancing. Sabrina, is he going to contact me? I don't know what my dream means. I'm not sure if you can help me with it. Question about my dream. Okay, let's do that. Happy tears. There's a question about a dream. Question about my dream. Again, we have a hard stop in 30 minutes, but we have a lot of time. That's a lot of readings that we can do. And we will start that with the Wizard's Tarot, by the way. General message. Here we go. So Hecate's crossing. I think you're the one that I had to do the customs form for. So I got that queued, I think, for Monday. Dream and the doctor's assistant had a crush on was trying to point a suction cup gun at me. What? House of Tarot. How's it going? Okay, so Happy Tears wants to know. Happy Tears wants to know, I had a dream last night that the doctor's assistant that I have a crush on was trying to point a suction cup gun at me. All right. Suction cup gun reading. This is new. This is new. We'll find out about the suction cup gun. There's a lot of jokes, none of which are appropriate to the stream, but they're running through my mind. They're running through my mind. So video on some of your spreads. Sure, no problem. All right, Cody Gray, hello. How's it going? All right, so we have a suction cup gun. Jokes aside, what does your dream mean? I think it means that the Hanged Man. I think it means that you actually had a relationship with this person in the past. This is interesting, right? We actually had a relationship person in the past. I kissed him. I was shocked and happy. He still pointed the gun at me and get me. Okay. So death says, in this particular instance, death followed by judgment or the lack of the rebirth type thing, the imbalance is posed. I think that you had a relationship with this person in a past life or sometime in the past. And it could be a situation to where the Two of Wands, we have dominion. I think that you're trying to get back at that relationship, or you're trying to get back, or you feel a familiar voice. You have a familiar voice in your head sort of thing. When you get to this person and you know this person and you feel like you've known him before, you feel like you have some kind of connection with them and whatnot. So I do think that you're just sort of in your dream, you're trying to get back to that, right? The Death card actually has sort of a relationship in it. So pointing to a relationship in the past, or pointing to something that happened far, far in the past, could be a past life and whatnot. So trying it again now seems awkward. And I think that your brain is trying to do remind you that you did have a relationship, remind you that there were some things you have in common with this person, and et cetera, et cetera. But the Judgment card sort of points to those possibilities and reminds you that you do have that. But I don't think that you really want to do that in the present. I think there's some conflicts, and there's some other things in the present that you don't really want to jump into the relationship with. I think you have a crush or whatnot, but yeah, I think you have a crush and whatnot, but it's almost like you're very hesitant to get into a relationship in this time frame, right? The Hanged Man, I think you're going to start seeing him a bit differently over time, and the crush sort of goes away, and it's going to be something to where it's not too much anymore. But right now, you're sort of reminded that this did exist in the past type thing. Anyway, so yeah, so just a past life thing. And you have some issues to resolve with this person. So it could be romantically, it could be just talking to them, it could be just knowing them, but it seems like you have some unfinished business with this particular person. Okay, Hot House of Tarot, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see, did I send you a thing? Yeah, I think I messaged you. Jocelyn, I messaged you, right? Today? At JD's job. So Jocelyn, did you get my message this morning? Let me know. Bonefire Tarot, by the way. Bonefire Tarot. All right. Yeah, thank you for your subscription. Stephanie Tack, how is it going? Go. We'll do a little Bonefire Tarot action. You got it. Perfect. Perfect. You should have that Monday. Should have that Monday. Okay. General message for Laura H as well. Okay, for now, let's see that. As it gets really busy, Hikate's Crossing is telling something to somebody. Tatiana. Their first time here. May have a meeting of Spirit and me. Welcome. How is it going? All right, what is happening at the job? We'll do one more. We'll do one more. One more. Right there. Where the Bonefire Tarot goes. There we go. Okay, see what we're going to do here. Thank you for your compliment, Merciolis. I appreciate that. All right, get some water. All right. Eight of Coins, the Devil, King of Wands, King of Swords. What is happening at the job? Eight of Coins. Are they losing their job, or what is going to happen? Entertainment purposes only. Never make a career decision based upon a random guy. Reading cards on YouTube. I think the job's steady. I think it's steady. I think there's some drama around JD. I think there's some drama around JD, but I think the job is steady. The Eight of Coins, right? It's a very steady number. It's a very stable number. It's a work number. If you're getting a job reading and you start with the Eight of Coins, that's pretty good on the stability scale. Jinbo, hello, how's it going? So the Nine of Swords points to a bit of a break with the job, or a bit of a delay, or a break, or something happens at the job to where they're not there. And it's not permanent. It's just a temporary thing to where they're not there temporarily. It's like that they need to either clean the place, or they need to put a couple of people on leave for a little bit. So the Nine of Swords is sort of that resting, trying to recover type thing. It still has the stability of the Eight of Coins, but you just have sort of a break. They need people to leave, or maybe cycle in and out, or something happens, maybe work from home, or something happens as far as that's concerned. So the Devil, I think once this happens, and once the break comes, or once we have sort of this start of this stuff, I think that a lot of people panic, and they get sort of paranoid, or they're getting very concerned that something is going to happen. So the rumor mill starts. People aren't getting enough information, so they make up their own information. They try to get into that with that situation. So the Devil points to a lack of information that causes the rumor mill to start going at full speed. And I think that you have a couple of people that are part of that rumor mill that are making it worse, but that's okay. But as far as coming back, I think it may be a little while before everybody comes back and whatnot, but the stability of the job, I think, remains throughout. I think that it's just, once everybody comes back, they're going to be extremely busy. So just sort of watch for that, right? Everybody be really busy, really excited. They're coming back. Everybody's excited about stuff. So, but it's almost like that you'd have to take a break for a bit. Rumor mill starts. You come back. It's very busy. Everybody's trying to make up for lost time. And once this is over, everybody is sort of trying to get back to normal. And normal, I think, is going to be a bit different. But I think the situation is just going to go poof and vanish anyway. And then once that happens, everybody's going to be rushing to recover from lost time. Okay, anyway, this deck looked awesome. The Bone Whisperer. There you go. This is your perfect deck, Bone Whisperer. That is your absolute perfect deck. Okay, it's great. I'm happy for you. The visual is hardcore. Will Omar text me advice on how to go about my connection with Chris? Advice. Okay, sure. We'll do AG. Wants to know about Chris. Let's find out. AG. Advice about connection with Chris. So, Adriana, is this somebody that you're currently dating, or is this somebody that that you're looking to date, or is this somebody you got a crush on? Let me know. I would appreciate it. In the meanwhile, we'll use the Dark Mansion Tarot. Would be perfect for this. Would be perfect for that. Why is your message held for review? Okay. Echoes of Nature. There you go. Closing the borders. I don't know. A lot of rumors. Rumors are out of control. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's for sure. But hopefully they find a cure. I think they'll find a cure. I think that's what happens. I think that they find a cure. And then everybody gets cured. And if you get it, they're just like, yeah, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Get you magically fixed. Get you magically fixed. And then I think that in addition to the flu shot, we're going to have a shot for the coronavirus. So you can have a coronavirus shot with your flu shot. It'll be a combo, 2 in 1. They'll have both mixed in. And so you'll get a little coronavirus shot right when winter starts, and then nobody cares because nobody will get it. Anyway, that's what I think. That's my opinion. Currently in a connection with someone else, I believe. Okay, so what about the connection with Chris? 7 of Wands says that they do have multiple inputs from different people, in different aspects. They're being chased by a couple of people. So they seem to be moderately popular. Maybe not, a ton of people chasing them, but I do think they're fairly popular. They're not stranger to having some relationships. And I think they don't multitask well. I think that they really want to focus on one person, and even if it's the wrong person, they don't care. They want to focus on one person and put forth effort with that. I think what happened at one point was they tried to date a couple of people at the same time, and it went really poorly. And now they're trying to focus on one. They're very single-minded. You know the people at work, right? You know the people at work that if you give them like 3 tasks at once, they freak out. They're like, I can't do 3 tasks at once. I need 1 task and that's it. And they just freak. I think that's sort of what's happening here, right? A bit of what's happening here is this 7 of Wands. They just need to single task a relationship. So the star says that they're a hopeless romantic in many ways. They're trying to get the romance started. They're trying to get love started. They believe in true love. They believe in the magic of, love and all this other stuff. And that's good. That's good in a lot of respects. But I think a lot of times they're just a bit too hopeful. And they're trying to, they're a bit too hopeful. They think everything's going to work out perfect. And reality hits, right? Things don't work out perfect. 6 of Wands says that ultimately, they're going to be sort of coming around to you. They're going to be coming around to you once a relationship fails. They already know your feelings. They think that that's going to work out as well. But long term, long term, I don't really think it's going to work out. But it's worth a try. It's worth a shot. There's going to be some difficulties once you get started with it, and you have to work through those difficulties. If you don't work through them, you could have a 9 of Swords moment to where things just don't go well, or you end up breaking up, or you end up in a break with a person where you don't want to date for a little while. Anyway, but I think they'll be coming around to you once this other relationship fails. I think you'll have a success moment. You'll be like, yay, everything's going great. And then maybe not so much. But anyway, they are a hopeless romantic. So interesting reading there. All right. You don't think it'll work out between this person and their current one? No. I think that if you want to get into it, I think you could have a good short-term relationship, mid-term relationship. But you're going to have to work through some things. You have to work through some issues. So just like any relationship, you have some issues that you have to work out. So if you're looking at this as like this ideal romance that just magically works, then that's not really the case here. There's no list, by the way. Donations take priority. And I pick at random. What is going on with me and Alejandro? Is it, I'm mispronouncing that, Alejandro, I think. All right. Will Omar contact me? Want a general message? What does a Libra want to happen between us? There's no communication. Okay. Should I give up my love life? That sounds terrible. What am I doing between us? Okay. What's going on with me and Alejandro? Let's find out. Never looked at it as something would be easy. Yep. What's going on with me? I think I'll be single forever. Don't think that way. What's going on with me? Okay, that was cosmic. Okay, CYT. Me and A. What is me and A? What is going on between you and A? Let us find out by using the wheel. The wheel. The golden wheel. You can't go wrong. Here we go. He scrolls back. I do indeed. I also have a semi-photographic memory, so if you asked it once, I'll remember it for quite some time. Unless there's like 60 people in here and I'm getting like 50 donations or whatever. And then, not so much. But if it's, like this, it's pretty casual. We got 50 people, whatnot. I think that'd be all right. So what is going on with you and A? What is going on with you and A? Ace of Wheels, Seven of Cups, and the King of... Why is the King of Cups there? What does the King of Cups want? He wants a Nine of Swords. What is going on with you and A? The Ace of Wheels. I think things started, or things were about to start, and they sort of got messed up. They got a bit messed up. And I think things didn't go well, or things didn't go as you expected. I think that you had a certain vision of how things were supposed to go, or I think you have a vision of how things are supposed to go. And some people just don't share that with you. Some people don't have the same visions, and you're trying to sort of force it in some way, but sometimes it just doesn't work out like you hope. Ace of Wheels, you're sort of just rolling along. And I think that you sort of could do that, right? Roll along with the situation and sort of wing the situation at some point, because a lot of times things don't go your way, and you sort of, hey, let's figure out how we can do that. I definitely don't remember your question. Let's think of how we can do that and whatnot. And so I think that you try to sort of get a recovery a lot of times with that. And sometimes that, yeah, Sunshine, you're single, you don't even talk, etc., etc. I still remember your question. Okay, but sometimes you try to roll with it, and sometimes it doesn't work out quite well. The Seven of Cups, I think that you change your mind a lot. You change your mind a lot, maybe with A as well. You change your mind as far as what you want or how you want it. You see things going differently than what you expected, and then now your imagination takes a different leap or goes on a different path. And then you're trying to figure out what to do at this point, because you're willing to sort of roll along with things or go along with it or sort of roll with the waves, but the situation changes a lot, and then you have different expectations as far as what happens, and then things happen that you didn't think of, or unexpected things happen, and you're just not in that. You do have a bit of a formality as far as how you want to approach the situation and how you want to go about it. And a lot of times that doesn't really work out too well. So you're trying to figure out at some point, my expectations weren't fulfilled, but I do want this thing to happen, and I can't really force it, so I'm not really sure what to do at some point. So you have a lot of sort of indecision, changing your mind. Indecision happens with that as well, right? So the King of Cups and the Nine of Swords, I think that either this person is approaching you the wrong way, or they're sort of putting a hand out and telling you to slow down, or the person is approaching the situation in a different manner than what you would like. The Nine of Swords, I think you want to change the person a little bit and sort of understand where they're coming from. I think a lot of that is because, again, you sort of roll with the waves. You're going to sort of form up with whatever that they wanted to do in the first place, but you get into situations to where it's confusing. You're having to wing it a lot, and the person is changing their mind or changing the situation, and then you're sort of trying to figure out where to go from there. Very vague reading. This is my most vague reading. My most vague reading I think I've ever made. Sorry about that. But that's what I got. That's what we got up here. That's what we got, CYT. Sorry it's not more specific, but today is a 20-hour work day. Today is a 20-hour work day. I can't wait to continue on. And we're doing random. All right, we'll do one more, and then I will go eat and take a shower and continue working. Here we go. Lady Blind Wolf. What can you tell me about my move to Florida? Here we go. LB, moving to Florida. Moving to FL. That's right. We got 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. And I think a good moving to Florida deck would be this one, which is the Prince, the Little Prince Tarot. Howdy from Florida. Bountiful Sea Turtle. What a great name. Mr. Maurice Evans Jones. What do the cards say about my coworkers? I don't get along with them. They don't like me. All right, well, we're going to go to Mr. Maurice's instead. And do Mr. Maurice will be the last reading. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So we'll change the title here and go with MMEJ. Hate my coworkers. Whoops. Hate my coworkers. Like to hear from cards. Say, what do you say about them? I don't get along with them and they don't like it. All right. Prince Fan. There you go. I'm a Prince Fan. Little Prince Tarot is the absolute best tarot. Not literally. Not literally, but. All right. We'll do the Little Prince and that'll be it for tonight. I'm back tomorrow night. I'm here every night. I don't think I've only skipped one night in how many months? Like 4 months. I've only skipped one evening. By the way, my internet is fixed and we are running at full steam. We have super high res. You can see these cards. You can read all the little text in the cards because we're on super high res. All right. I don't like my coworkers. Let's find out what's going to happen. The devil. There's a good reason you don't like them. We do have the devil. Wow, hello. How's it going? We do have the devil. We do have a bit of bad influences as far as that's concerned. And I think that they try to put a spoke in the wheels sometimes. I think that you're sort of moving along at work and they don't like it where everything's smooth sometimes. So a lot of times they just start some drama. They just start some drama because they just like to start some drama. The King of Wands, it seems to be one instigator that is sort of doing that. That was the Super Bowl. That's right. That was the one night I missed in like 4 months. I think. How long have I been doing this? 3 months, 4 months? So you have one instigator that likes to do that. And they sort of like to start things. They sort of put themselves in situations to where they know all of the rumor mill. They know all of the information. And they like to cause some problems sometimes. And that's just the way they do, right? We have the snake influence with this particular person. And unfortunately, they're pretty active with it. They're not lazy. They're very active. They like to, what are we doing with mods? Why would we need a mod? Let me know. Streamlabs is here. Okay. I do think that they like to do that. It's something they enjoy. And they're not lazy, unfortunately. So they're pretty active with with causing the problems. They just don't like the day-to-day things at work. I think they're just bored. You're just bored and they really don't like that. And so they're going to spread rumors to all of the other people via the train, via the Page of Wands, via the activity. Beautiful Sea Turtle, thank you for your donation. Beautiful Sea Turtle, I will read your reading tomorrow midday. So look for a video just for you about your daughter because I have work tonight at 7. So they are good at starting the rumors. They are good at getting other people roped into their side. And it's just a negative situation up there, right? It's a negative situation up there. They have planted these seeds. They have started this stuff. And sometimes they're just in a negative situation to where they just don't like their environment. I think the environment could be a bit toxic as well. In other words, some of the management is not very friendly. Some of the management has issues with people. It's one of the things where you don't get praised for your work sometimes, even if it's well done. And when you work really hard on something, and you're trying to make the best you can, and then somebody comes along and doesn't even thank you for it sometimes, it makes it hard. It makes it difficult, because then you really get demotivated. And once you're demotivated, then you look for other outlets. And I think that's sort of, where we're going with this. So the Seven of Pentacles, those seeds are sort of there. So, I mean, it's good reason you don't like your coworkers, right? We have the Devil is the first influence, the first card, sort of warms up the rest of the reading. As far as that's concerned, it could be the problem solver. Figure out who the problem solver is and just avoid them and just do like that. If somebody is spreading a rumor about you and you hear the rumor, just laugh and then don't give it any credit, right? Because now if somebody tells you a rumor and says Maurice is won the lottery, oh, that's a good rumor. I don't know, some bad rumor about you. And you hear it, and then you're saying, wait a minute, who said I won the lottery? Now you're giving it credit. So it seems like if you just laugh at it and move on, now you're giving it no credit. And therefore, you're more likely to be taken more seriously, and the other person is looked at as the rumor monger. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. It seems like people aren't getting the credit they deserve. They're not getting the love that they deserve, the attention that they need from management, especially when they work really hard. They get demotivated, and you got one particular person stirring the pot, basically. That's what I see. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never make career decisions or never make work decisions based upon a random guy on YouTube reading tarot cards. So entertainment purposes only there. Anyway, sounds rough, but I mean, you can put up with it. Everybody has that one person at work that just causes problems. I don't think I've ever been anywhere where you don't have that one person that causes problems. I don't know how they end up in every single workplace, but they do. So that's just the way it goes. Beautiful sea turtle, thank you again. We'll figure out about your daughter tomorrow. And around midday, I think I'll have some break around midday, and I'll tackle that then. Thank you all for joining me this evening, and I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. See you tomorrow night.